2025 is off and running, but last year was full of new food trends, from viral chocolates to spins on familiar ingredients.
And we've got a lot of delicious treats to look forward to as well. So here to break it all down for us, the new and the old, is editor-in-chief of Appétit and Epicurious, Jamila Robinson. Welcome back, Jamila, and always good to see you, my friend.
Great to see you. Good morning. I'm so excited to tell you about all of the trends and what we're going to be talking about, some of the hottest bites for 2025.
All right, let's get into it. But before we move ahead, what was the hottest bite in 2024?
Hottest bite was not a bite, but a drink. And it was non-alcoholic cocktails. And, you know, a lot of people like to call them mocktails, and I think that's the word we want to leave in 2024. But non-alcoholic drinks are so important. You know, now when you go to a bar, you're not necessarily consuming alcohol. So, and non-alcoholic drinks or zero proof require more ingredients, lots of techniques, and incredible skill. So we don't want to call them mocktails. We want to call them non-alcoholic or zero proof beverages. And this is the golden hour.
We can
with
drink this because
ginger. It's a ginger cocktail, and it's
good.
an example of the kind of non-alcoholics you're going to see on all kinds of bars and menus. And here's the other thing we know about non-alcoholics: Gen Zs don't drink that much. And it's dry January, so consider you're going to be seeing a lot of non-alcoholic cocktails. And so thinking about if you're sober or sober curious, non-alcoholics are going to be the
My husband and I are
thing.
doing dry January. It's a thing. Pistachios in 2024. The little old pistachio.
It's kind of a humble ingredient. I mean, these are pistachios, and so here's what we saw in 2024. So many pistachios showing up in lattes, in pies. I mean, it's become very creamy. And so there was even this viral chocolate, the Dubai chocolate, which has pistachio cream and caramel. We have some here, pistachio cream, caramel, and the Dubai chocolate. And so that became such an incredible trend
pistachio.
that we even started to put them in cookies. These are one of our recipes for pistachios chocolate. It's kind of a crispy rice treat. Pistachios are important because they are full of fiber, full of protein. If you're thinking about your fitness, it's a great way to get protein and fiber. They're very, very nutritious, and they take on spices really, really well. They take heat, they take sweet, they take savory. So it's a really great way to add a little snack and fiber, super nutritious, and they just taste good. And that Dubai chocolate is
that's like
it looks
serious.
good. I just broke my fast. Sweets too. Now, speaking of sweets, they keep coming into 2025.
Well, so you're looking at what we like to call the croissant continuum. You know, if you remember a few years ago, that hybrid of the croissant plus the donut, now you're going to see croissants plus everything. That's a croissant plus cookie. You're going to see croissant plus pies, croissant plus pizza dough. Laminated pastry is so on trend because the techniques have become so much easier to produce in restaurants and in cafes. So gone are the days of like that mushy croissant. You're going to get incredible croissant, super flaky, crunchy on the top, and the other
all
thing,
that butter.
well, that's
Butter
the thing.
lamination.
It's like the butter lamination is the best, but the best restaurants in the world are doing croissants without butter, with plant-based pastries. The new croissants are going to be plant-based. We're seeing those not only in here in New York City, but all around the world. They are delicious. What we're seeing with what you can do with plant-based butter, you can get a really incredible
I'm going to have
croissant.
to taste that before I believe it. You said there also is going to be a little bit of a cultural shift.
Yeah, well, see, with the cultural shift in restaurants, I think it's going to be how people perceive restaurants, or how people perceive what culture is showing up in restaurants. Lots of West African restaurants. On the heels of, say, Tatiana in New York City or in Ikoyi in London, you're going to be seeing so many restaurants with West African ingredients, or ingredients from the African diaspora, from Nigeria, Ghana, the Caribbean. What we're seeing is this attention to the way people are growing up in their backgrounds. So just like in music with Afrobeats, you're going to see a lot of West African ingredients: fonio, callaloo, plantains, all of those things from the West African diaspora showing up in your restaurants.
Okay, we got about 15 seconds, so we got to do this quickly. Flowers.
Super quickly. They're going to be so beautiful. All the flowers are going to be, you're going to see violas, blossoms showing up in your salads, on your muffins. This is a great way to add nutrition and beauty and joy, and they're great for the environment. So
great for the environment.
Beautiful.
You can eat that, DeMarco.
Okay.
Thank you so much for joining us. And you can check out these trends, covering my mouth because I'm still chewing, in the latest issue of Bon Appetit.
I was waiting to see how she was going to do that. Eva, you are the bomb, girl.